Hello, my name is Marshall Eubanks. I founded a company called Asteroid Initiatives, and I'd like a moment of your time to talk to you about space today. Are you interested in space? Would you like to explore space? Well, now you have an opportunity to explore space directly. We live in amazing times right now. The cost of going into space is really dropping dramatically. The cost of doing things in space is dropping even more dramatically with technical innovations like CubeSats and chipsats and solar sails. At Asteroid Initiatives, we would want to use these new technologies to push into deep space, to go beyond the Earth orbit, to look at asteroids. Asteroids are a potential source of revenue, of resources. They're a potential source of water, which is very useful in deep space. They're a potential source of precious metals and other things. We don't really know what the near-Earth asteroids have because we've never been to them. We've never prospected them. So before you can mine, you need to prospect. Asteroid Initiatives, with your help, will become an asteroid prospecting company. We will look at asteroids. We will see what riches they might have. Now, how are we going to do this? And how much is it going to cost? Well, you'll be surprised. It's not going to cost very much because of things like CubeSats. What's a CubeSat? Well, I have here a toolbox. A CubeSat's not really any bigger than a toolbox. It's very small. This would be maybe a 2 or 3 U CubeSat. The one we're planning to send to deep space would maybe be twice the length of this one, but still not very big. What can something like that do? Well, with microelectronics and other advances, computerization and the like, it can do quite a lot. It can orient itself, it can control itself, it can talk to the Earth, it can do everything a big spacecraft can do. It can do it for a fraction of the cost. We intend to use a solar sail for propulsion. What's a solar sail? Well, a solar sail is very much like a wind sail. It's a big sheet that's going to capture not the wind of Earth, but the light coming from the sun. Now you might say, well, I can walk outside. I don't feel any pressure from the sun. You may not feel it, but it's there. It's very slight, but it's always on. And like anything else that's always on in space, little things add up over time. Now when we get there, we plan to use something called a chipsat. Or multiple chipsats. Chipsats, this is a fare card from my local metro. A chipsat's the size of this card here, no bigger. A chipsat will make it possible to have sensors. We can have magnetometers, we can have electrical conductivity to look for magnets, look for metals. We can have radar, seismometry. We don't really know all we can have. Nobody's ever thought about doing this in detail in deep space. So we're going to do that. So we think that we can launch a spacecraft to examine multiple asteroids and get to the first asteroid for a total cost of less than $5 million. Now, that may sound like a lot of money, but it's really an amazing sum. It wasn't too many years ago. 10 years ago, if you'd have said, what would that cost? I think anybody would have said at least $500 million, $500 million. We've cut it down now to $5 million. Today, I'm asking you for help. We're going to need volunteers, we need engineers, we need physicists, we need artists, we need people who can write, almost any volunteer really, but we also, I'm afraid to say, need money. We need money to continue this work. I'm asking you today for $65,000. If we get that, we'll be back for more. I think that's a safe statement. What will we do with this money? Well, besides the usual travel and going to conferences and spreading the word, we want to start evaluating the chipsats. We want to build some chipsats, see what kind of sensors they can have on them, see how they best communicate back to the main spacecraft, and get that process going. When we get to the actual asteroid, I happen to have brought a very tiny asteroid here. When we get to an actual asteroid, we will take chipsats and fire them into the asteroid. We'll be selling opportunities to name a chipsat after yourself or after a friend or relative. So you can have your own little micro spacecraft when you get to an asteroid that it be yours, going and taking a picture or making a magnetic reading or whatever is most important for that particular asteroid. So we need $65,000. I think together we can do great things. I need your help, and I would like for you to join me in doing this amazing stuff. I think this is amazing. I think we can do amazing things. Together, we can do great things, and we can accomplish something that has never been done before. Thank you very much.